Hey, hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Fury Machine, and we are back here on the Dark Forest map time-lapse series. And guess what it is? It's time for a farm tour. It's been 5 episodes. So let me get you guys up in the air, and I'll give you guys a farm tour and give you guys the plans of what I got going on in my little bitty head. Where I last left off last episode with the audio, I had just these 2 sheds. I had the house. I had the WMR modding fermenting silo. And we've now added my cow pen. My go-to, what I use on every single Let's Play pretty much. I think a lot of that is due to the fact that I've put so much time in modifying it and fixing it and doing the things I need to, so I kind of enjoy it. But I've got a couple of pens downloaded recently that I'm using. We put our giant shed in from the Alien Gym pack. We put in our silo, our 10 million liter silo. I put in our hay dryer. We also have our workshop. We decided to go with the combination of modern tractors and older tractors. So as you all know, we started with the JCB, the Brucks, and the Kinsey grain cart, modified to hold everything under the sun, including wood chips. I've decided to go with the Fiat 180, 190. And over here, I decided to go with the Fiat. As you can see, this you can find on the in-game mod hub. This one will be strictly for animals. Now let me get you guys low, fly like the wind. These trees are a placeable tree pack by Alien Gym. As you guys can see, a theme. I'm a huge fan of Alien Gym. We have officially cleared all of this land and started our little terraforming, as you can see. But let me give you guys a little showtime here. Get over here. Get my mouse out. As you can see, 600 trees already. 600. And we only have to here. Done. There's our little baby farm. It's not very big, but it works, and it will be perfect for us. And we've got our roads. My goal is I want to be able to clear all of this all the way down to the shop, all the way back to the road. Get up a little higher. And then that will be our first plot of land. Now, in the beginning, I was going to go just 6 meter equipment and go very small. But that doesn't seem to work very well. Not at 12x speed. Time just goes too fast. So you need a little bit bigger equipment. You need a little bit, be able to go a little bit faster. So once these trees are done here, we will have our first plot. Then I've also learned a little secret, and let me show you what I'm talking about. If you go under your rotations, I normally have it set up where we go wheat and then boom. But look what happens if you put corn every rotation. You only lose 5%. So you're still getting 95% yield, which is amazing to me. You figure normally I would go, let me show you real quick. See, if I was to go wheat and corn, you lose 10%. But what I normally would do is go canola. So your canola, it eventually ends up to be, watch, I'll show you real quick. You get 120, but then these drop down to 86. So if you take 86 and 120, the average, crazy. But if you go corn, you grow corn all year, every year, all the time. That's your crops. You are even across the board. It's a little thing that I stumbled on by watching a fellow YouTuber. So what we've also decided is once I start planting corn, because we have to be 50 degrees or higher to start planting corn, then I will be getting rid of the hair dryer. I will also be getting rid of the grass, any grass implements that I have, which is my Grown Big M over there. You can see it in the shed. And the WMR modding fermenting silo that takes grass. Because, I'll get you back up here and I'll go fast, because I want to make this kind of video a little bit shorter, because it's only a update. It's nothing major. Over here by the shop, I've decided that we're going to come along. This is kind of the plot of the shop here. We're going to go right about here. We're going to go up here, all the way to here, connect the road. Then this section right here, right directly here, will be for our BGA. It's going to be a basic little factory setup, nothing at all like No Man's Land. It will be basic. It will have a BGA. It will have the silos for chaff. It will have a seed maker, a lime maker, and a fertilizer maker. And that's it. So it doesn't need to be nearly as extensive as the factories on No Man's Land. But it's got to have, I don't have a BGA on this property, so on this map at all, so I have to have it. But when doing corn, if all we do is silage, see where I'm going with this? If we do silage, you can feed your cows silage. Now, you're not feeding them TMR, but in real life, realistic farming, which is what this channel is, many a farmer, including us and us growing up, we didn't feed our cows TMR. We were like, what's TMR? We fed them silage, or we fed them hay, or we used their straw for their bedding, and then we would feed them hay bales when we had them, and we fed them silage, and that was it. So we didn't have the TMR that, I mean, we were a small farm too. We didn't have the TMR that you would see that they're using. So if we take corn, we can buy a forage harvester with a corn header, and that's your only implement you need to harvest with. To make money, we will sell the silage to the BGA, which then gives us digestate. With the factories, I have a fertilizer factory that if you put digestate and you put manure, then you will get digestate, slurry, or manure, and you will get fertilizer. See what I mean? And so we can literally go just silage. You're going to sell the silage out of your silo to the BGA, and you're going to get paid every single day. We are going to have millions and millions of silage liters every day. So the easiest way to do it is, and then what we'll do is, I also downloaded a mod called Straw Me, which gives us straw from the harvest. So every other time we'll do silage, and then we'll harvest it for corn, and we'll get the straw so that we can have manure, or we'll just keep strictly getting slurry. So we'll have slurry and digestate, and we'll be able to make our fertilizer out of that. Because I think it would be kind of neat and awesome to be able to have an entire map of corn. Also, I've done a little experimenting off camera a little bit. These lakes and rivers, this is 99% flat. But these rivers and lakes can be terraformed directly over. So we're going to get rid of them, and they're going to be flat. And I think it would be kind of neat to have an entire map of corn that we can just harvest and make silage out of. We'll get silage, and we'll have plenty, millions and millions and millions and millions of liters, I can tell you right now. Because corn silage gives you a lot of yield. You get a lot of yield. Disadvantages, you can't grow it until can't plant it with seasons until it's like 50-something degrees, 51, I think it is. But I also wanted to point out, when you sit up here in the air, and I do this often, thinking in my my head of the plans I want to do. And you look down, get a little closer, and you look down and you think, oh, these trees, look at, they're all spread out. There's not that many here. But like I stated in the beginning, 600 trees just to go to here. The other thing I think I'm going to do is once this first plot is done, we get our corn planted, we get set up for that. I think I'm going to switch to actual logging and see how it works out. I've also decided that the 3 maps, I've stated it in the some of the typing that I've done on that, the 3 maps that I have out now are the last 3 maps for Farming Simulator 19. This is Dark Forest, No Man's Land, and Griffin, Indiana. Now, I've added one more because my curiosity can't never stop. Ever, ever, ever. It's crazy. I've decided to pick up Stone Valley X2. Now, that one won't be a farm build like, say, No Man's Land or Dark Forest. That will be whatever set. I may or may not have factories on that. I don't know. That one I totally haven't decided on that, so that one's not etched in stone. But the 3 maps right now are etched in stone are Dark Forest, which is the one we're on. And the only reason I call it the revamp edition is I've done a Let's Play on this before, but it kind of petered out because I wasn't set up like I am now. So that's why I call it the Dark Forest revamp. Dark Forest, Griffin, Indiana, and of course my favorite, second favorite map. My all-time favorite map is Jones Dairy, but my second favorite by far is No Man's Land. Alien Jim is an amazing modder. He does amazing work. This map has been spot on in Griffin, Indiana. When you play on Griffin, Indiana, it feels real. Like it feels like you're really there. Griffin, Indiana will be completely realistic. Realistic speeds, realistic equipment, small equipment, low. No, nothing big. There won't be anything big on that map. This, I've changed. I was going to go small on this, and I've decided nope. Because, let me bring up my HUD's off. But my map, it doesn't look very big until you start going across it. When you start traveling down, and I'm going at 4 times speed than walking. And you can see how long it takes to get to the end of this. See, I mean, it just takes forever. This map for a 2X map, excuse me while I clear my throat, for a 2X map is absolutely feels expansive. Like, absolutely expansive. So, the other thing that's good is this silo here holds 10 million liters, but it's got such a small footprint that I can put another one over here if I wanted. I can put another one over here. There's just so many possibilities to add millions and millions and millions of liters to hold silage. Now, we're not going to get the huge bump from TMR, but we are going to get we're still going to get about 90% productivity from our cows. And when you talk about when you get up to be 500, and I may take this and expand this wall out and make this even here, just so that I can have multiple cow pens in there, have 2 or 3 extra ones. And I may move that one and put 4 or 5 here. Just so I want to try to challenge. I saw a fellow YouTuber, and then I'm going to wrap this up. His name's Stan the Man, and he does strictly time lapses. And I follow other guys who do time lapses, and I think it's great. I think it's fantastic. And he's got a challenge on Newfoundland or whatever, however you say it. 2,000 cow challenge, and I'm thinking, I want to try that. I really, really want to try that. I want to see if I can support with the millions and millions of liters we're going to make a silage. I want to see if we can support that. And with that, I'm going to wrap up. I'm going to finish this up. It's strictly a tour. There won't be any time lapses after this. It'll just be this time, and then I'll get right back into it. I think we're getting ready to start day 10, which is, it just goes so fast. I'm loving it. But thank you all for supporting it and watching it and working on this and loving it. Let's see if I can do something real quick. I knew I could. All right, without further ado, look out for yourselves, look out for your families, look out for each other, and most importantly, just enjoy the day, the night, the weekend, whenever you're watching this. And until next time, I'll catch you all on the flip side.